Hello everybody, Zach here, and I hope this video finds you well. It is May the 1st, and I hope you're having a great Saturday so far. I'm just going to come out here and say it. I am full-time on YouTube, and I'm super excited, and you can click away if that's all you really wanted to see. But there's some of these things I'm going to talk to you about right now, and some things that I think are going to be really fun over the next few months that I would love to have your support in. So, my Patreon and YouTube supporters already knew about this, and I also apologize for the sunlight. It's all up and down today, so lighting in this I'm going to try to balance, but it's not going to be necessarily super easy. But besides the point. So yeah, Patreon as well as YouTube supporters already knew about this, and just about the middle of the month, I kind of let them in on the secrets and kind of gave it up. But I do want to reiterate that if you do want to see early access videos and you want to see some behind the scenes as well as have more of an influence, because those people are going to be who sees this content first and has access to it first and can influence some of it, please come over to the Patreon. We're building a community over there, as well as YouTube supporters too. The stuff is basically the same on both platforms. I've tried to make it as identical as possible, and it's kind of a preference thing if you want to support on either. I honestly have no preference. You get a little icon on YouTube basically. So, but yeah, that's basically the differences there. But that support will mean more to me than ever if you do that. And like I said, it starts at $1 and you can go up to the credit tiers. So fun stuff, right? Are you guys as excited for this as I am? Because I'm legitimately feeling like I've got the wind underneath my wings right now, and that's really exciting to me. I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that I think are going to happen, and I'm not going to promise anything. I've made mistakes numerous times as a creator and a creative type, is that I've overpromised and under-delivered. And that's a very fine line to walk, right? Definitely when you have people that you, including yourself, don't want to let down. So I'm going to set up some stuff that I'm going to be not only either aiming for, or I am going to be doing at minimum, but I want you, like I said, to give me feedback at those places. So Patreon as well as here on YouTube, and just in the comment section on social media, what have you. I am very open to not only constructive criticism, but feedback and questions and what have you. So please reach out to me if you do feel like there's something that my channel or my content or I'm lacking. And I very much so want to get better at this whole thing and doing different things, because I think it's very easy to kind of get stuck in your own loop and not break out and not learn more things and not grow as a person or a creator. So I'm excited to do all of that and grow. So here's what I intend on doing over the next month or so, and then learning and then figuring out what I need to either get better at or address or add or subtract from the whole thing. So first of all, I'm going to be doing at least a video per day. That is Monday through Friday. But with that being said, I'm definitely going to be able to get weekend, Saturday, Sunday content out to you guys as well. And this will be at minimum what you kind of expect. GTA related third person action oriented games, and then sims simulators and the like. Like I said, the usual that you've come to expect from me, almost at minimum, if that makes sense. But that being said, I'll be introducing things on different days throughout the week and seeing how it performs and if you enjoy it. Not everything that we play, everybody enjoys, right? And define that and treat this as a business at the end of the day, which a lot of people don't think of these things like that. I do have to think like that. So just to give you a heads up, basically, that there's going to be some content that I really enjoy playing, and some people are very vocal about watching and enjoying it. It doesn't necessarily perform well enough. And with the support of Patreon as well as YouTube, as the supporter tiers and stuff, that makes it a little less so the case with some things. So I know I'm going to say that a couple times throughout this, but I need to reiterate that kind of support kind of informs me that you still want it, but even if it's not performing the best. So also, this is what I was kind of saying about promising and making promises like this, is I do want to live stream. And I've started a lot of things up and never kind of followed through with them. And live streaming has always been one of those things. So I'm going to try to live stream more often. And I don't know what that schedule is going to look like yet. So I'm not promising anything, but I hope to live stream on both YouTube and Twitch, and I'll figure out kind of the balance of those as well. So I'm also going to be doing more in real life IRL content, and some stuff that's not just reviews. So I've been reviewing more things and things I've been interested in. I definitely have gotten feedback on some of those things saying, hey, this feels like, I don't even want to say people have said I've sold out, but they're like, why would you be covering X, Y, or Z, like a robot vacuum cleaner or what have you. But the truth is, I'm only covering something if I think there's an interest in it and I'm interested in it. So as funny or as weird as that robot vacuum cleaner might be, that's exactly, I only will do that kind of stuff if I feel like there is a need. And a lot of these times, it's not just these companies reaching out to me. I'm also reaching out to companies and seeing if they want to do something. Some stuff will be ad supported, there will be ad supported content in the future, but some of the stuff is just the product. And then I am fully allowed to do exactly what I want to do in terms of the review, or videos. So yeah, so just know that just because the thing was given to me, or just because it's me saying I enjoy something, doesn't mean that it's sponsored. And it also doesn't mean that I'm just quote unquote selling out. I have to be 100% honest. There is a lot of stuff that I can't speak for other creators, but there's a lot of stuff that gets turned down by a lot of people, and people that I know, that you'd be very surprised at some of the money that is offered for certain things. So know that it's not just about the money. It is about the content. It is about what I think will do well and what have you. So also, this does focus on the YouTube supporters as well as the Patreon supporters. You're going to get more BTS, more behind the scenes, not the band. You're going to get more behind the scenes and unedited and some different content. And I'm going to experiment with that as well. Like I said, I don't want to promise anything specifically because I don't know where it's going to be in the next month or two. But I hope you guys are as excited as I am for this. I'm very lucky, definitely considering the last year and how it's affected people in all different types of industries, as well as creators. And there's just I see a lot of very passionate people, though. I see a lot of people there's extremely passionate about creating things that are their own and under their own name. And that is definitely one thing that's unique about my channel. It's my name. For better or worse, I think, in sometimes, right, where I'm like, man, I really wish I didn't name my channel my name. Definitely one that's unique and hard to spell and hard to, type and search. But I'm very proud of the community that I've created over the years. And I'm extremely excited to do this full time. And I really appreciate the support thus far. Every time I say that I appreciate you guys, or that, I'm super thankful to have people back me, not just monetarily, but also just the support that you give me and the messages you give me, it really does mean the world. And it couldn't be while don't get it twisted, this is still very much so a job, and it is a lot of work. It is by far one of the best jobs that I could ever have or ask for. And I really do appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to reach out to me on social media, please do. All of my social media and stuff is linked in the description. And this is where I make an entire spiel about the description and everything. I put the links to get onto the Patreon and the YouTube community down there. Links to all the products that I use and that I use to make my videos, and some other stuff that's like in the office or thing. And that list is going to probably get even bigger as I do different stuff and create with different things. That's all in there. Usually the game that I'm playing, usually the mod that I'm playing, all that stuff. But you know, there's definitely a lot of people that ask almost consistently about some of those things. That's all in the description, as well as links to all of my social media and what have you, which I'm pretty active on. Most of it, honestly, didn't expect TikTok to be doing what it's doing. I'm getting insane views over there. So I really appreciate it if you found me on there and you've come over here, or vice versa. But I do appreciate it. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting rest of 2021. The fact that this is kind of almost in the middle of the year, and we're starting May with this mentality of, you know, like if you've seen the content over the last couple months, I've definitely been ramping up. So that's why I don't think there's going to be much difference in terms of what you come to expect. I just think there's going to be more and hopefully better. Like I said, I want to keep learning. I want to learn new and different things. And you might also see that happen with the content too. So I've said that numerous times in the past, right? And I've made different content and figured out what worked and what didn't too. So I also have the second channel, which I'm going to try to give some love to. I might even be starting a clips channel again, because that channel was that. So just be aware that there may be numerous channels out there floating around. You know, as long as I link to them in my other social media and my other channels, they are me. If they're not me, and there's somebody ripping off my stuff. So tell me about that. I would appreciate that. But like I said, I really do appreciate you guys. And I'm ready for this next chapter and another wild ride. So I'll see you guys out there in some gameplay.